Hello, everyone. Good evening from Stockport. It's 4 minutes till 8 o'clock here in the UK, which means it's 4 minutes till 4 o'clock in the morning in Manila. I know it's a Sunday. It's Sunday, well, early Monday morning. For sure, some of you, my dear friends in the Philippines, are still asleep or maybe getting ready to go to work if you're an if you're early risers. Then, but anyways, I was in Glasgow last night, which was so amazing because I went to see the reunion of the Century gig. Friends again. Oh my God! For anyone who was there, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to talk much about Friends again for now. Maybe later after the show, because we've got Ask the Drummer, and of course, Ask the Drummer is all about the drummer, all about our awesome guest today. So, welcome to another episode of Ask the Drummer. Today's guest, he's absolutely amazing. I've seen him twice, no, three times, maybe four times, but I saw him first with Vaselines and then last year at Glasgow's Pop. And I'm really glad that he said yes to guesting on Ask the Drummer and is here now. So, my dear friends, please welcome Michael McGaughrin. Hey! did I
Hey,
did I say your name right?
you
McGaughrin, yeah?
did.
Yeah,
McGaughrin, yeah, you were
McGaughrin.
close, pretty close, yeah.
Okay. How are you? How are you?
Good, I'm all right, thanks, yeah. I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I was in Glasgow last night, which was absolutely amazing. I love
I hear
Glasgow
this.
so much.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen you a few times up here. So
yeah.
what were you doing? You said you were
It
at a
was
gig.
yeah, it was Friends again.
All right,
Um,
okay.
yeah, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but in
I
the
don't think I am.
Philippines, in the 80s, when I was a teenager, they were
Yeah.
massive. We loved them in the Philippines. So, and
All
this
right,
was like,
okay.
yeah, after more than 40 years, they got back together, and everybody was like, oh my God, it was so
Going
awesome. But
crazy.
anyway, yeah. But anyway,
They've
so,
passed me by. They've passed me by.
oh,
Yeah. But most
maybe
things do
because,
anyway.
well, maybe because, I'm older than you are. It's a
Yeah.
different generation. But the reason why we're starting at 8 o'clock because like I asked you earlier, your team won today, so I'm really pleased.
Yeah.
You were at the football match,
I went to the
and
Celtic game, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Because sometimes, like I said before we came on live, that I worry that if the team loses and then the drummer is not in a good mood, then
I
he
could
probably would want to.
I used to cry when Celtic lost when they lost big games, but it's been a few years since that's happened. So
All right.
they've lost big games, but I've not cried recently. So I don't think
Oh,
that's going to happen again. You never know.
yeah. Well,
But yeah,
congratulations that they won. They won today, so that's really good. So, like I said earlier, I've seen you a few times. First with the Vaselines.
yeah.
That was when the Vaseline supported the Soup Dragons
Okay,
when they
yeah,
did the tour. And
yeah.
then
That was the first time
also,
I met you, I think, wasn't it?
that's right, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
In London and in Glasgow, SW3, I think it was
SWG3, yeah,
SWG3.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that you said thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Oh
So,
no, no worries. Happy to
right.
be
So
glad.
welcome to Ask the Drummer. Episode 198 is all about you, Michael McGaughrin.
That was better.
Yeah. So you are from Glasgow.
Well, I was born here and I've lived here most of my life, but you can tell by my accent that I wasn't brought up here. So I would say I'm from Glasgow, but I'm an honorary Glaswegian, but I've not, I mean, I was born here, so I can almost justify it, but yeah,
Oh,
I don't think
nice.
I'll ever have the accent.
Oh, I see.
So
But where did you grow up?
I grew up in South London, Surrey, so between Sutton and Croydon in the suburbs, and then I moved up here when I was 19. So I've been here near just over 30 years now. So yeah,
Oh, right. I was going to ask you what Glasgow was like when you were growing up. So, what Surrey like? What was Surrey like when you were growing up?
Really boring. Really boring. It was a good childhood, but there wasn't much to do. It was fun stuff to do, but when we were kids, but you had to really go up to London to do things, to see fun things and gigs. There were gigs in Croydon actually, but yeah, London was really where it was all kicking off. So I
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
do that quite a bit before I moved up. Yeah.
So, did you go to a lot of gigs when you were young?
Yeah, I went to gigs when I was at school. I used to go to gigs. Used to see a lot of Glasgow bands like Teenage Fan Club and Primal Scream were kind of my favourite bands around that time, probably late 80s, early 90s. And I would see people like the BMX Bandits, and I'd see a lot of Glasgow bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff at the time. Yeah,
So
it
that's
was
the reason
probably
why.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why you moved to Glasgow.
Well, I moved. I moved. It might have been part of the reason, yeah. But all my family are from Glasgow. My mum and dad we all moved down in '76 when I was one, and all my family, my extended family, are up here. So I kind of knew the place quite well. But I
Yeah.
got into art school. I was meant to be going to Brighton Art School, which was a bit handier. And I got into Brighton, and then I wasn't expecting to get into Glasgow, so I managed to get in. And then I thought, get as far away from my folks as I can. Not a very nice thing to say, is it? But no, you want to get away, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
although I knew Glasgow, I wanted to get as far away from where I was brought up and see
yeah,
some part of the world, really. So yeah,
yeah.
I've I've been here
Well,
ever since.
and are you from a musical family?
My mum's mum was a good pianist, and my cousins play music. But yeah, I mean, it's really my mum's side. My mum's mum and my mum's auntie was really good on the piano as well. I'm not uh, a music. I'm not really I can't play piano. I
Oh,
play a bit of guitar, but I've
yeah,
never been
yeah.
taught. I've never been taught an instrument, which
Okay.
probably shows on my drumming skills. So.
Well, I'm gonna ask them what got you into drumming. Why not piano or
Um, just fidgeting. I think I was quite a fidgety boy. I was full of beans and always tapping my knees and full of energy. So me and a couple of my pals started playing instruments, playing guitar and bass. And my pal George had like half a drum kit sitting in his house. So I played that, and I hit pots and pans, and so they
yeah,
they just needed. It was really just because a kit was there and no one else was playing it. That's why I started really, and it did kind of channel some of that nervous energy.
oh,
So
did you
yeah.
have did you go for proper drumming lessons?
No, I've
Or
never had drum. I've never had lessons. No, I
no?
could do with some. Actually, I tried to get some a few years ago, and the guy said he turned me down. He didn't want to teach me.
Oh,
So
is that
and then I just gave up. But I could do with some lessons because my technical. I think the way that I hold the sticks isn't really the way it should be done. But you know what? I managed to get away with it. So
so?
as long
It
as I don't
came.
sprain anything.
Yeah, it was.
What was
It
that?
came naturally. The drumming. It came naturally to you. You just like a natural drummer.
Well, it's not. It doesn't feel that hard to pick up. I mean, it's hard to keep a. It's hard to keep in time. I still struggle with that. But you just kind of make it up as you go along, really. So yeah, didn't find it too hard.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's not obvious, but I've seen you. The few times I've seen you, I don't think I thought
Well, that's good.
you're awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, because I always ask the guests whether anyone can be a drummer. What do
Um,
you think?
I mean, I think some people don't have the coordination. I think, yeah, I don't think anyone can be, but I don't think it's hard to. For me, it wasn't hard to pick up. Um, I think it's just if you listen to music and you listen to the
Yeah.
drums, I mean, I never felt it was hard to kind of work out how to put a hi hat with a snare. I mean, maybe with a kick drum was a little bit tricky, but you get used to it. No, I didn't find it. I didn't find it very hard. So I think it's yeah, it's like singers. You know, you'll get some people that love singing, but they just can't sing in tune, which is great, and it's funny to hear it. But yeah, I don't think everyone can be a drummer. But you know, I don't think it's too hard if you give it a shot. You know, if you
Yeah,
tried it yourself,
I
you,
did. I did try it, but it's not for me.
it's
I'm
not for
not.
you.
Well, I, I failed. Let's just say that I'd rather watch drummers
Yeah.
than be a drummer myself.
Okay. Yeah. Are there any other people like you who focus mainly on the drummer? Because I've never heard of anyone.
Well, because I've tried it before. I've done a few lessons with my drum tutor, but this was like
Mm,
in the early 90s.
yeah.
I just like it's. I think you're either born drummer because it didn't come naturally to me. I just thought it's always. I looked so awkward in
Yeah.
the way I held the sticks and the way I looked. Saying in drum kit, I just felt no. This
Yeah.
is not for me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So I'd rather just watch them. I would make sure, like last night, I make sure that where I'm standing, in front of the stage, I could see the drummers.
You can see. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
never. It's not always that easy, is it?
No,
Yeah.
no, there are some venues you can't see the drummer because
Yeah.
there's no lighting
Yeah.
and they're at the back. And if the stage is a bit so like not wide, so like narrow, and the
Yeah.
drummer
Yeah.
is at the end, you'll be like, I can't see them. So,
Yeah, this is why my old band called Nine. We're still a band. We haven't played for a while. 1990s.
yeah,
We because for that reason we actually all ended up getting up at the front of the stage together. So we had the guitar, the bass, and the drums in a line, just so that everyone could see everyone equally. So
yeah, yeah.
whenever that we could actually make that happen, we would try it, and we'd mainly be at the front together. So, but you've probably never seen that band.
No, no.
Uh,
I mean, was that your first band when you decided that you were going to be a drummer?
No, no. My first band was at school. It was a bit of a joke. It wasn't a joke band. It was fun. We were called Cane Your Ass.
Oh, right. What a name.
What a name!
Yeah.
And then yeah, I had a couple of bands, but after that, and then when I moved up, V Twin was the first band that I formed with my pal Jason. So and
Oh,
Simon, yeah. So that was the first band in Glasgow that I drummed for.
all right.
Yeah, 1990s was about 10, 15 years later, I think. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I thought it was like later. But
No, that was we started about 95, maybe 96, early
uh,
96, I think. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that was, I've got to say, I was going to ask about V Twin later on, but now that you've mentioned it, it was your actual, like the first proper band in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Um, I've got to say that that was a really incredible surprise at Glasgow Spot last year. I
Mm,
gotta say it's one of the highlights of last year's Glasgow Spot, and
nice.
um, because I saw you and I thought, oh wow, I didn't know about V Twin at all. And when the singer came on stage, he looked so different, and I just didn't know, what to expect because there were so many of you on the stage,
Yeah.
and I just thought, oh my god, this is amazing.
How do you mean he looked different? He looked different from everyone else? Or-
Yeah, because
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I don't know whether it's like a country kind of thing, but because he was
Yeah.
wearing like, is that, I don't know, is that a Stetson
Yeah.
American hat or
That's enough.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But then when you started playing, it it's like when I saw the Yummy Fur for the first time.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of music that I've not seen before,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and I felt like that with V Twin. Can you tell us more about how it started and what happened? Why it's only last year that you got back together and played again?
Well, we probably we started off about 95, 96, and we got signed to Domino Records. We did a few singles and we did an album, and about 2003, 2004, we did another album which we actually never ended up releasing it. That's yet to come out. And
Yeah,
I started getting, I met up with John McGaughrin from 1990s. We used to kind of go to parties and stuff and go out dancing and write songs and daft songs. And that's when 1990 started. So I kind of got a bit distracted with that. And V Twin, I don't know, we were, I think the album that we did was great. And I think it will come out at some point, but we just kind of ran out of steam a little bit. And I got a bit distracted with 1990s. Jason from V Twin started managing 1990s as well. So that kind of went, V Twin went off the boil a little bit
oh, I
for
see.
that long. And then we just thought it felt like a good time to play again. And obviously all the guys that used to be in the band from Bella Sebastian, like Bobby
Yeah,
and Beans and Stevie, um, they were up for it. So me and Jason we'd been writing bits of music together as well, and we've always been best pals and stuff. So we
yeah,
just yeah, it just felt like the right time, and everyone was up for it, which is good. So hopefully hopefully we'll play again. We've not got any plans yet, but
yeah.
we'll
You've
see if
got to
anyone
play
wants to.
again.
Yeah,
You've got to, because it was just really incredible. Because I think you did do another show after Glasgow's
yeah,
Pop.
we did.
Um,
Yeah,
but so the band, when they were around, did you do a lot of touring?
we didn't ever tour. V Twin
No.
never toured. No, we went to Dundee, went to Aberdeen, went to Perth in Scotland. We played in Glasgow loads of times. We went to London a few times, and we went to
Yeah,
Paris once, which was great. But we never actually toured. We only did one-off gigs.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause it was quite a few of us in the band. Sometimes it was 10 or 11 of us in the band. So sometimes it was four of us. So I don't know. We just didn't have the money to, and then we didn't have the backing from the label to go and tour. So you never know.
Yeah,
Might still
because
happen.
the from what I saw from the audience, I think a lot of the people there heard of V Twin and they know about V Twin, and they were all excited to see you playing again. Um, I mean, apart from me, I mean, I didn't know about it. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it was incredible because you had James Kirk on stage
We
at
did.
one point.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. Yeah, I think he just agreed to come up for a song, and it was great. Yeah, and I'm playing with James in his band now. So yeah.
I know. I'm gonna
So yeah,
ask you about that later
yeah.
on in the show because it's actually I didn't realize this because I thought from my script I was gonna start with 1990s. No, I was actually gonna start with National Park
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
I thought that was that not your first band?
No, I was probably I'd done a few years in V Twin before National Park started. So yeah, John, who I call Yogi, lived up above Jason, and he asked me to play drums in National Park. So I did that for a few years, at the same time as playing V Twin.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so we're doing two bands at the same
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Because again, I've not heard of National Park
yeah,
until they supported Jerry Love for 2 nights in Glasgow, and
yeah.
you were there. I think you were on the first night or the second night. But anyways, you
Was
were.
that? I wasn't there. Oh,
It was at Stereo.
oh yeah, no, no, I did go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I did
you were
sit in
there.
there. That was good. I
It's-
was, I was grinning through that whole set at the front. Yeah, yeah. It was
I
funny
think
watching a band that you used to be in. I've never done that before, so I really enjoyed watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you because I think you were sort of like standing near me, and then someone said to me, "That's the original drummer of National
All right,
Park,"
all right, yeah, yeah,
and I thought, "But that's Michael McGaughrin. I know he's in, I know he's in the Vaselines. I've seen him before." And then, of course, I googled it, and then what I wanted to ask you is, being the original drummer of National Park, and then you're seeing National Park on stage. And
Yeah.
Ivy Rogers, she's amazing. I
Oh
love
yeah. She's
Ivy.
brilliant.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
played Jerry Love as well when they did the Birmingham show. Eiley was
Oh
the
yeah.
drummer. So,
Okay.
and when you were there, what were you thinking? It's like, were you looking at Eileen's drumming and
I was. Yeah. she's a great drummer. I've always really liked her drumming, and she's really, the singing and all that as well. She's great.
yeah,
I was just enjoying it because I knew all the songs, and I've just never seen a band that I used to be in, and I really enjoyed it. It was great. It's just good seeing Simon and Scott and John and yeah and Ailey. Yeah, it was good, really good.
yeah, yeah. Um, I've got a story about Simon because first time, because like I said, I didn't really know about National Park, and that day for the first gig, I was at Missing Records,
Oh
and,
yeah,
and the guy who served me at Missing Records. So no, I go there regularly whenever I'm in Glasgow. I go to Missing Records, but this time there's a guy who served me, and he asked me for 10p for a bag, and I was like, no one asked me for 10p for a bag before. It was like so. But then that evening, when I went to Stereo for the Jerry Love gig, I
hmm.
saw this guy walk on stage, and it was like, oh
And that
my
was a
god,
bagman. Yeah,
that's him who served me at Missing Records, and what's he doing there? And then I realized it was
yeah.
Simon Shaw from from National Park. But he's really lovely, though. I suppose if you work in a record shop and they tell you, the boss says that you've got to pay for the plastic bag or the
Yeah,
karaoke,
that's the
you've got
rules. That's the rules around here. Yeah.
to. Yeah. So I think they'll be doing some more gigs. I know that Jennifer Hamilton is the one playing for them now. Um,
For
for
who?
National Park.
Oh, okay.
She,
They got a new drummer.
yeah,
Oh,
Jennifer
okay.
Hamilton. Because I saw them at Preston Pop Fest last year.
Oh, okay.
They played there, and Jan, she's amazing as well. But is that something that you'd like to do in the future? Because you're still friends with all of them, right? With
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've kind of got quite a lot of things going on at the moment. I think I'd rather watch National Park with just more drummers and enjoy
But
watching
like,
them rather than being in them. Uh, I no, I
yeah,
enjoyed playing in National Park back in the day. It kind of give you a lot more freedom to just kind of make things up on the drums and be a bit freer. Um, yeah, it's kind of a bit more room for experimentation,
yeah,
than something like Vitoin. Although we did a bit of that stuff in Vitoin as well. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it, but yeah, I've taken on quite a few things at the moment. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about 1990s because this is another one that all these bands have actually sort of like passed me by. I didn't know about it until recently, and it
yeah.
surprised me because I work in a record shop, and
Oh yeah,
I found this, which
oh
is
okay,
1990s. You're supposed to be my friend. It's like years ago that I found it. When I started
yeah,
working, and I mean, these guys, like you and John McGaughrin, and the names really didn't mean anything to me at the time. But I just thought, oh, this looks cool. I'm gonna
yeah.
get. And another reason why I got it is it's produced by Bernard Butler.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So can you tell me more about 1990s? And also, I'm gonna ask first: is it true that you met John McEwen in a tree somewhere?
I did go up a tree with him. I think I'd known him before we went up that tree.
Oh, you've known
Um,
him already, right?
yeah, but I think there was something happened up that tree. Something magical happened,
Oh,
or
okay.
something. Yeah, but yeah, we did go up a tree, but we didn't meet. I think we yeah.
So you
It was
already know him.
it wasn't it was one of those nights that you don't really remember much about it. Yeah.
Again, when your name came up when I saw the Yummy Fair last year in Manchester,
Oh
and
yeah.
my friend said, because I have never seen the Yummy Fair before, and I didn't know about
Yeah.
it. I just thought John McEwen was amazing. And
Yeah.
then it's, oh, he's in a band called 1990s. And then your name came up. I was like,
Yeah.
my McGaughrin again. It was like, I know
I get around
him. So how long did the band last? Or is it,
1990s.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I've never been in a band that's ever split up. Every band, V-Twin, 1990s, every band that I'm in has always, it still exists. I mean, if
It's,
someone asks us to play a gig, we might get together and play it. So I've never split up a band or been in a band that split up. So 1990 still exists. It's just, if someone asks us to play a gig, we'll do it. Or we'll talk about it and maybe not do it, but excuse me. But yeah. So we're carrying on. We started about 2004 or five maybe, and then but we kind of stopped after we did our third album. We got dropped from the label from Rough Trade, and we just kind of ran out of steam. A bit like V-Twin, we just kind of ran
oh,
out of steam for it a little bit. But it was good. We've played a few times since then.
yeah, yeah.
We played for a friend's birthday party, and we played a couple of gigs when we did reissue or when we actually put out the third album that never came out at the time. We put that out about 3 or 4 years ago, and
Yeah.
we played a couple of gigs around that time, which was good fun.
So
Yeah, so
it's possible for 1990s to play again?
yeah, I think so. Maybe if we're all
Oh,
free and we're up for it, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, the guy that was at the Friends Again reunion gig last night, my friend John, he actually told me that he's seen 1990s and he really loved your band. And
Okay,
yeah, because I told him that I've got you as a guest for this week. And
yeah.
he's like, oh, I love 1990s.
Well, there's
But
one anyway. That's good.
yeah, it's good to know that you didn't really disband, or that you're still together. That if given the right opportunity or the right chance,
Yeah,
of play, you
yeah. I
can.
mean, if we're all up for it, I'm sure I'm sure we'll do it. I mean, Donald, Dino is busy with Franz Ferdinand. John's busy with Yummy Fur and other bits and pieces
Yeah,
probably, and that, yeah. But yeah, I'm sure if the price is right,
yeah,
the price wouldn't even have to be right. I don't think, but yeah. No, if it's a
yeah,
fun night, I'm sure we could be coerced. Yeah.
yeah. And is it true that Norman Blake also played in
Norman
1990s?
did. Norman did for a while. Yeah,
Ah,
we were getting ready for a world tour. We were getting ready to go around Europe and then to Australia and to Japan. But Jamie, Jim Jams, the bass player, had enough of it, and he within about 3 days before we went away on tour, he just said, "No, I'm not doing it anymore." And Norman was going to be tour managing us around Europe anyway.
okay.
And he just volunteered. He said, "Well, I can play bass," because he was driving us around and booking us into hotels and all that. And so yeah, he ended up doing it, which was great. So, and I've always been a big fan of Norman. So he just came up to my flat, just the back room there, and we practiced it. We only practiced the songs once, I think, and he picked them up really quickly on stage. He's a great player, so that was really good. And then at the end of that tour, we
Yeah.
left Berlin and we went to we ended up landing in Australia, and Donald Dino was there. We'd never even done a practice with Donald, and we ended up doing a sound check with him, and he joined the band after that. So from then onwards, we had Donald in the band.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
we had a Japanese
So,
guy in Tokyo who played with us as well for one gig, but the rest of the
yeah.
time it was Donald. Yeah, so yeah.
Um. So was this before Teenage Fan Club or during Teenage Fan Club, or so? What's the time frame here?
This
So
would have been
normal.
about Yeah, this Norman was obviously he's always been in Teenage Fan Club, but it would have been they wouldn't have been playing gigs around that. They might have been playing the next month, but he must have had a month off or something like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm
yeah.
not sure what album they were doing at that time, but it would have been about 2000 and 2007 or 2008, maybe something like that, possibly
Wow.
6, 7, maybe.
Oh, that's
I can never
great.
remember dates. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
but that
just
was really
amazing.
good fun.
Yeah, it's just amazing
Yeah,
to think that your tour manager is actually, in Teenage Fan Club, and you're
yeah, I
so.
know, I know. I don't know whether he did any more tour managing, but he was good fun. Yeah,
Wow. What
always good
is it
fun.
about Glasgow? Because now that looking at it, it's like you're all connected. I mean, I know you said now that you're not originally from Glasgow, but all the musicians seem to be, playing for each other's bands, and
Yeah.
could easily like step in and like.
Does that not happen everywhere? I mean, in small towns,
Well,
does that
I
not
think
happen? Manchester or
Liverpool is so like similar, and
yeah.
Manchester. Because I often like say, what is it about these places? Like, what is it about Liverpool, or what is it about Glasgow that they produce a lot of amazing musicians? So,
Yeah. I mean, I
I
would
mean,
have thought that everywhere's kind of. I mean, obviously London. I mean, London's a lot bigger
oh
than
yeah,
every,
yeah, yeah,
but you still get people playing in other people's bands. It's just harder to get around London, really. I mean, it takes me 10 minutes to get up to the other end of town on my bike, and I've got my cymbals on my back. Or if I want to go to a rehearsal room or whatever, or around to someone's flat to play, it's never going to take more than 15 minutes on my bike. So it's kind of easy. It's really easy.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
And having Bernard Butler produce your record, is that something that you decided yourself? That the 1990s said, okay, I'm gonna have Bernard
No,
Butler.
no, we didn't decide that. We were signed to Rough Trade, and they kind of managed Bernard. So they were thinking, well, we'll get one of our own guys in to produce us. And we actually, I think it worked really well.
Yeah.
I was never a fan of Suede. Um, I don't think anyone else in the band was either.
Oh, I see.
But he'd done some good stuff with other people, and we tried it out, and I think it worked. It worked, definitely worked with the first album, and I think it worked with the second one as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, I liked a lot of what he did. Yeah,
yeah. And then of course, there's Butler, Blake, and Grant now doing
yeah. I've
their
not
own.
seen that. I've not seen that.
Oh, that's
Is it
they.
good?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
really good. Because
yeah.
James Grant, I was telling you about Friends again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's one of the band members
Is he
there.
one
So
of them? All right, yeah. See,
yeah,
I don't really know that stuff much.
yeah, that connection is just incredible.
Yeah.
And another thing that I found out from when I was writing my script is you were Damo Suzuki's backing band
Oh yeah, yeah.
at one point. How did that come about?
We had a pal. We've got a pal called Lorna, Lorna Lithgow. She now lives down in London, and she was in a band. I drummed a little bit for a band that John McGaughrin had called the Mars Hotel, and this was maybe about 2000, maybe around that time. No, no,
Yeah,
it was later than that. Sorry, it was about 2003, 2004, probably. No, maybe even later than that. And Damo was coming over, playing everywhere in the world, and he would always have a pickup band, and well, people would get together and be his band in every city that he toured.
yeah,
And for some reason, I think Lorna must have known him, and she just said, "Well, why don't we be the band?" So she got me, John, and Jamie from 90. But this was before 1990, so this is the reason that 1990s happened, because we'd already played a couple of gigs with Damo and with Lorna. And then once Damo was gone, we just thought, well, we can just do it for the three of us. So
yeah.
yeah, that was good. That was good fun. Yeah,
Were you already fans of Can?
yeah, yeah. All of us were. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I don't know. I know Can, and I know I've always known that name, Damo Suzuki. It's one of those things that you know it, but you don't really know their music. If someone asks me, name a single Can song, I can't because I don't
yeah,
really. But it's because they're there. They're like
yeah, yeah,
legends. Damo
yeah,
Suzuki.
yeah.
He was a
Well, Damo
legend.
Suzuki's, is that not, is there not a full song that mentions Damo Suzuki?
I
I
can't. I
think.
don't think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've
Yeah.
actually listened to before going on before doing Ask the Drummer. Um, I looked it up on YouTube, so I listened to one of them. I thought, oh my gosh, so this is what he was like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of course, he died 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. He was
but
great. Yeah. He was good fun. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And another one that so we've talked about V-Twin and National Park and 1990s. There's another one that I found out that you were involved in, and this one is really good because Future Pilot, aka
Oh
which
yeah.
is Sushil,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's you played percussion uh,
Yeah. That was a few
on
years ago. Yeah.
yeah on the album and it's when I looked it up, it's actually the track called Radica.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, was that the name of the song? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
instrumental
Daughter.
track,
Oh, right. Okay.
and because now, I mean, Radica is
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
doing really well right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and so how did you get involved with Sushil?
Cecile, I met Cecile probably about 95 or 96. Jason from V-Twin used to do his radio show, excuse me, called Teardrops, and it was on Sub City Radio, which is a student radio in Glasgow. And
Yeah,
I met Cecile one time when we were up at the Glasgow Uni when Jason was doing this radio show. And
yeah,
he used to come out to Jason's flat on Ruskin Terrace in off Great Western Road. And he was always really funny and upbeat and just really into everything.
yeah.
And yeah, he must have just asked us to come down. I think Jason must have played something on it as well. But yeah, that was, I can't even remember where that happened.
Oh,
Yeah, it was quite a long time ago.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
looked at all the credits. It's incredible because Katrina from the
yeah,
Pastels, she also played
yeah, yeah.
percussions on a lot of the songs, and this Radica, this track
Mm.
Radica, according to the credits, Norman Blake played drums.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I remember Norman being there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow! So, so he could actually play drums as well.
He can play drums. I think he can anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I've seen him play my drums before. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, Radica, of course, she's gonna be doing gigs,
Mm.
and this is because I'm gonna go to Betsy Trotwood in London on the
Oh
14th
yeah,
because they're going to play there
yeah, yeah,
the day before you play.
yeah, yeah. I know. I think the Radica gig sold out, and
Yeah,
I'd like to go, but I think it's too. I mean, it's only 40 tickets. I think so. It's going to be too packed in there. I think so. You might
yeah.
you got a ticket for that already?
I've got yeah, because
Yeah, yeah.
the minute they announced it, because Jerry Love's playing, I
Oh
thought, well,
yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
get a ticket straight
yeah,
away.
yeah,
So I got a ticket for that, and then the your gig, which is Warren James,
yeah.
uh, the day after, it was announced like maybe a few weeks after that, and I thought, oh God, it's a shame because Radica and Jerry Love and Finley McDonald, they're playing in Manchester
The next
same
night.
that
Yeah.
you're
Ah.
and I've got to get back home. So I'm
Right.
gonna see them in Manchester as well. But now we're talking about Warren James. Right, how did that happen? Because when I saw them the last time, they had Jerry Love playing bass
Yeah.
and had
Yeah.
Singy Jacob's daughter playing
Yeah. Yeah.
bass. But now Warren James is a proper. This is like the full band now with you as a drummer and Hal
Yeah.
Crater as the bass player.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
Well, I just got a call. I got a message from James's wife, Adrienne, saying, "Do you fancy drumming in the band?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely. I love James's stuff, and I've known Warren for years, and I've met Hal as well. So I just went along, and it seemed to work, seemed to sound good. So yeah, we're doing a few rehearsals, and we're playing our first gig with this band in a few weeks. Yeah, So that'll be good fun. It's quite there's a lot of singing as well. So I think we're all singing in that kind of harmonizing and stuff. So it's quite
Yeah.
tricky, but no, it's actually not that hard. It'll be fine.
Well, last time I saw them, I think they mentioned that they're recording an album or they'll be releasing an album.
Yeah, they've done an album already. They did an album with is it Signe?
So yeah, singing,
Yeah,
yeah,
she they did an album. I think she maybe drummed most of it. That's yet to be released. So I've not done anything. I've not recorded anything with them. But we might end up doing something soon. But yeah,
yeah,
they get that album out at some point soon, I think. Yeah, they
yeah.
did a single. I think they might have done Glasgow's Pop as well. Was that last year? I didn't
Uh,
see. I've never seen them, but
I saw them
um,
with Mono,
all right.
at a cafe, and that's when Jerry Love played bass
Yeah.
for them. But I mean, I can't make it to the London gig, but I will definitely. I got a ticket for the Glasgow one. The
Oh yeah,
Glasgow,
nice, nice. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm really looking forward to seeing because I love James Kirk.
yeah.
He's a legend. Isn't
He
he?
is a legend. Yeah, yeah.
So is this like a permanent now? So you're this is your band right now, Warren James.
Well, I'm playing drums. I mean, that's as far as it is. They just asked me to play drums, but I'm happy to do it. Yeah, the
Yeah,
songs
yeah.
are great. The songs are really good, and they're all kind of pretty upbeat, and they're fun people. So yeah, it's a laugh. Yeah,
Oh, it's brilliant. So
yeah,
you're
yeah,
excited about it. Because it's like a mini tour, isn't it? So you want every month because there's London and then I think Edinburgh in March
yeah, yeah,
and then Glasgow in April.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
will
I
there
think
be more?
I don't know. Who knows? Probably. Yeah, I'm not sure, but early days.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it and I will see you in Glasgow in April. But
yeah.
um, will ask you though, because when you're not drumming, what keeps you busy?
Well, I teach people how to ride bikes, like kids cycling proficiency, that kind of thing. Did you do that when you were at school? You cycling proficiency? No.
No?
So you kind of it's just basic. It's keeping safe on the roads, really, for
Oh,
kids and adults. I also take people out on bikes, groups of community groups, around Glasgow, and I also do these historic bike tours around the city as well, talking about various historical bits of the city, along the river and up to the university, cathedral, and all that stuff. So, but mainly bike related stuff.
all
Yeah,
right. I didn't
which
know
is
that.
good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I don't know for some reason I thought you're a drum tutor yourself.
No, I mean I've taught a couple of people, but I think I need to get lessons myself to be able to. I don't want to give away my bad habits to people. So, but yeah, no, I have done it a couple of times to some friends' kids, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'd need a bit more practice myself. I think, yeah,
So this bike thing, so it's like it's a tour. So instead of a walking tour of Glasgow, it's
yeah,
like a bike tour, a cycling tour.
yeah, yeah. It's always tourists. It's quite often American tourists, European tourists who
Yeah.
come over, and it's a 3 hour ride around the city. And we have a little Tunnock's tea cake halfway before we go up to the University Tower. We have a little tea cake. So I'm just stopping at various spots and telling people about the history of Glasgow, really. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
it's good fun.
How long have you been doing it?
Couple of years, maybe 3 years, something like that. It's mainly in the summer because it's this time of the year. It's not that busy, but
Yeah.
it gets busy in the summer, so that keeps me busy.
It's
Yeah,
wet. It's wet. It's a bit so like
yeah.
dangerous. So cycling when the
It never gets even if it's wet, it still happens. It's got to be dangerous for it to not happen. If it's
yeah,
sleety, if it's icy, we don't do it. But
yeah,
people just have to put up with a bit of rain. It's fine.
And do you include like music related things, or is it
No,
mainly history of like
I mean,
Glasgow?
if we pass people, I've passed a few people in the street and I've pointed people out and I've said that's a guy from, like we went past Bill Drummond one time and I was like, there's a guy from the KLF there, and or if I see people in the street, there's a guy from Local Hero, one of the actors in Local Hero. I was like, you know, Local Hero, that film. So you know, but it's not music related. But they do. There's a tour around Glasgow, Music City tours.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you heard of them? It's
yeah,
Fiona Shepherd,
yeah,
and
yeah.
she does walking tours of the city. That's kind of music related, and
Oh,
they look good. Yeah,
so yours is more basically the history of
yeah.
Glasgow and
It's
the
history.
historic
Yeah,
site.
yeah, yeah.
Wow,
So
fantastic.
yeah, it's called Glasgow City Tours. Yeah,
Glasgow City Tours, and it's
yeah,
cycling one. It's a
yeah,
cycling
yeah.
Glasgow City Tours. Brilliant. Oh God, I didn't know about that. But anyways, I've got five more questions. Normally, I only
Oh,
ask for regular questions, but I've added
right.
one this year, and
Okay.
so it's if you could play drums for any band, either past bands that doesn't exist anymore or current bands, which band would it be?
Well, that's a tough one. Uh, well, the only band that I've actually, one of the only bands I like at the moment, and I've seen quite a lot of times in the last year or so, Mozart Estate. Do you know Mozart
Oh
Estate?
yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
It's Mr. Lawrence
Mr.
from
Lawrence. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I would play. Yeah, I would play one. I'd play one gig with them. I think that would be good fun. Um,
Oh,
yeah, that's a tricky question because I'd play with the beat. I'd maybe play with the Beach Boys. That would probably be my band. Um, that would be
yeah.
great. Um, yeah, that's probably
Okay.
it. I can't think of anyone else I would want to play with.
Yeah.
Um,
I love Mozart Estate.
yeah,
It's yeah, they're really he's Mr. Felt well, Mr. Felt Mr. Lawrence
Mr.
is
Felton. He's one in a
he's
million.
it's a bit scary though. It's like, he
He's
doesn't like
scary.
well, he doesn't like having his photos. He was actually at Glasgow Spot. He's a really, really nice person. He
Yeah,
smiled
yeah,
at and he signed my poster and
yeah.
everything. But the one thing that he doesn't want to do is have a photograph.
I know.
Like,
He puts his cap on and he looks at the ground. I know.
yeah.
I know.
Okay, well, next question is twirl. Do you twirl when you play
I
drums?
I don't know how to twirl. No,
No?
I'm not. I don't know
No,
how to do
tried
it.
it.
I've tried it, but yeah, I can't twirl. No. Were you going to ask me to try it in front of you, or no? I
No.
honestly can't do it.
And
I'm not a paradiddly guy. I'm not a drum rolly guy either. So, I mean, I can
oh
do a basic drum roll, but I'm quite basic with my drumming. You know.
yeah, and
No, I can't twirl.
do you
What's
do
that?
any tricks, any drum tricks? Maybe throwing a stick up in the air and then catching it, and
I can hit the stick off the drum and it'll fly up and I won't be able to catch it. I can do that. That's about it. Yeah.
because it's one of those things that I like. It's so exciting when you see a drummer and then they do these things, even pointing, pointing at the audience.
I can point at
Oh,
the audience. I can do that. Maybe I'll practice. Maybe I'll do. I'll practice doing the twirl or something, and I'll do it for you for the
in April.
next gig in April. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'll try. I'll practice. I'll practice.
Oh, that's brilliant. That would be really good. Yeah, I look forward to seeing that. But next one is drumming heroes. Do you have any drumming heroes?
Um, I'm not a big. I'm not a big fan of kind of really accomplished kind of showy drummers. Like very proficient kind of. You know what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You get your real kind of snazzy drummers.
yeah, yeah,
Not really. I'm kind of more into the slightly more relaxed kind of drummers. I love Charlie Watts, um, Hal Blaine, who did all the kind of the Wrecking Crew stuff.
yeah.
Um, Al Jackson Jr. from the Booker T. You know, I like drummers with a bit of feel, but I'm not too into really jazzy drummers. And I mean, I like jazz drummers,
Yeah, yeah.
um, but yeah, I'm not really one for yeah for. I don't know
And
that much about drummers, to be fair. Um, but I do like kind of more laid back drummers. Yeah, I'd say
do you
Ziggy
still go?
Modeliste. Yeah, you know him from the Meters.
No, I
Ziggy
don't know that.
Modeliste. Yeah, he's really great.
Yeah,
All their records are great. So that kind of stuff's great.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Any so like the same age as you, like maybe from current bands that you've seen? Do you still go to gigs, by the way?
I don't go to many gigs. No, I do sometimes. I'm going to see Insecure Men on Tuesday. Do
Oh,
you know
right.
them?
I've
They're
heard
playing
of it
in
'cause I think
Glasgow.
they played. I think they played in Preston or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're good. I hear that that guy's a good drummer. I'm trying to think of drummers. You mentioned Ailey, she's great. That guy Jim White's brilliant, isn't he? You know the guy from the Dirty Three.
Oh,
Do you know
okay.
him?
No, I've not heard
Yeah,
of that. It's
you
really
should get him on your podcast. I mean, he's really good. He's kind of a proper
okay.
drummer. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know.
The reason why I ask you about whether you go to gigs is when you go to say, well, if you're going to go and see Insecure Man, do you look at the drummer and do you sort of like see his style and watch what he does and things like that?
Yeah,
Or yeah,
not religiously. I mean, I probably used to, maybe when I was younger, I would go and watch bands and I would try to check out the drummer and see what they were doing. But I'm probably
yeah,
trying to see the whole band. I'm seeing the band as a whole now, maybe. So
yeah,
it's always much better getting up the front anyway, because you want to be able to see people's
that's
expressions,
true.
don't you?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to find a spot so I can get a good view of the drummer
like
specifically. But I do. I mean, I'm probably naturally listening to the drummer more than a lot of things anyway. I probably do that without thinking about it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
yeah.
it's funny. I
Next,
was just thinking. I'm sorry. I was just thinking. Every time I try to explain, I'm talking to a friend and I'm trying to sing a song to them. I'll end up singing the drum part of the song, you know, rather than the actual melody by accident. You know, so
yeah.
yeah.
But all these songs, like the V Twin songs in 1990s, National Park, you, what's the term, wrote all the drum beats for it?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah,
does that, you write drum parts, right? It's not just the songwriter or whoever comes up with the song already had the drum beats and they just tell the drummer.
yeah. Well,
Um,
V Twin. There was a couple of tunes that we sampled drums on. Most of it was me drumming or me programming drums in. But yeah, song that I've played on, it's unless it's like a band that I've joined, like James and Warren's band.
yeah,
Those drum
yeah,
parts were already done by Sigmy, so I'm just kind of repeating what she does.
yeah.
Vaseline's
The
was
Vaseline,
Charlie,
yeah,
was Eugene's brother Charlie. So I'm kind of mimicking what Charlie did or doing an approximation of that. And then also some of their songs were just drum machines, really. So you're just trying to do something that mimics the drum machine. So it's not very hard to mimic it, you know.
yeah,
So yeah, I suppose you're right. It is kind of like writing a drum part, but it's kind of it's just whatever fits, really. It's just what comes natural and what slots into it, really, and keeps it kind of chugging
yeah.
along. So, yeah,
But for someone who's not really, had proper drumming lessons, I mean, because I'm not very musical myself. I love music, but I don't understand the ins and outs of writing a song and things and all these different instrument parts
yeah,
of it. For someone that you said, because you didn't really have drumming lessons, but you
yeah.
know enough to come up with like amazing drum beats and
Oh, well, cheers.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have thought that most people in bands didn't get lessons. I mean, most people I know who play guitar, I would have thought that most of them just learnt it themselves, or might have picked up things from watching people. I would have thought most people don't get drum lessons, or maybe I'm wrong, but I never got them. But I could definitely do with them. Uh, I think sometimes I get, if I play a lot, if we're on tour, because I sometimes hold the sticks a bit too hard. If I'm not always doing it, but sometimes I'm, if you're a bit stressed or whatever, you kind of hold the sticks hard, you can do yourself some damage. So I've definitely found years ago that I would get strains on my hand, and it's technique is it's important to probably get lessons to loosen yourself up, really.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
When you talk to drummers, your fellow drummers, do you talk drum stuff?
I don't really talk drum talk. No, the the people that I know who drum probably choose not to talk drums with me. So yeah, probably talking about other things. Yeah.
Well, of all these years that you've been playing drums, have you ever had any drumming disaster or accidents?
I've dropped the sticks a few times, yeah, but then it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, if you can keep the beat going and then you can find another stick and carry on, but I've not had anything desperate happening.
You've not
Um,
had any like blood coming out,
I've not followed through or anything. No,
or maybe falling off your drum stool or something.
I've not. I've fallen off my drum stool. Yeah, I probably have, but
Yeah.
it's probably been that kind of gig where those kind of things happen and no one really cares. Um, yeah, sometimes things fall. Your drum stool can fall down, or you can slip, or you get. I've got cramp actually one time, and I had to stand up and drum standing up for a minute before the cramp went, and then sit down again. So you just
Okay.
have to improvise sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be like really hard for a drummer to get leg cramps because I get leg cramps a lot, and it's painful.
It's
So it must be
painful.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
must be
not
hard.
something that I've. It's only happened to me once, and it was really sore. And I was thinking, can I finish this and still drum? And I think I had to stand up and do a funny little dance and then get back on the stool. But it wasn't too bad. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes you just lose. You completely lose the ability to do anything, and you just kind of. We were doing a session on a radio show in America one time, and I just in the middle
Yeah.
of a song I just forgot how to exist, and everything just kind of I just stopped drumming, and then I was like, oh shit, and then I went back in and yeah, so something happened in my brain. So sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Well, you always look happy when you're playing.
Yeah, I'm
Is
usually
that
happy. Yeah.
is that something that you're conscious that that you've got to look happy? Because some drummers, I see them and then they look like serious and concentrating
Yeah.
and making sure that they just sort of like looking. But you're happy. You're a happy drummer, aren't you? You look.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, I'm not always happy, but yeah, no, usually I'm enjoying it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I remember now what I was going to ask you. So I was thinking about it. I went search on YouTube for the video of this. You're supposed to be my friend. What was the idea behind that video? Because you all seem to be like being mauled by all these fans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Um, I'm not even sure. That was Gina. That was the Gina from the Raincoats who directed that video.
Oh,
Gina Birch. Yeah, that was her idea to do that chasing thing down the street.
yeah, yeah. But no
Um,
one got hurt. I mean, it's not real.
I don't think anyone got hurt. No, a lot of our pals were down in London at the time, and they were all the extras in the video, so that was good fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that was good fun. That was good fun. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay, well, my final question is because I did say to you it's quite late. I'm gonna be just for an hour. What would be your advice to aspiring drummers or musicians in general?
Um, what would I say? Just musicians or
Yeah,
or drummers
drummers.
particularly?
Yeah, drummers specifically. What would be your advice to them if they wanted to become like yourself? Like
I would probably say get a few lessons actually. Or if well, learn how to hold the sticks properly because that's something I've not been able to do very well. Um, yeah, I think just go
it's
for it. I don't know. Sometimes getting lessons kind of maybe doesn't always help. It can make you a little bit more uptight.
yeah.
Loosen up a bit. I wouldn't worry if you go out of time. You can come back in at time. Um, yeah, just go for it.
Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
go
Just
for it.
enjoy
Enjoy it.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
enjoy it.
there like a proper way of holding it? Of holding the drumstick?
I think there's loads of there's various ways. You'll see jazz drummers holding it kind of like this, like that.
Yeah.
Um, there's
But isn't
different
it
ways.
just style?
There's different
Isn't it
ways.
just style? Is it just the style of the drummer, or is it
Yeah, yeah,
you've got
pretty
to
much.
be?
There's ways that make it easier to do drum rolls and to hit the drums kind of lightly, but firmly, but with a bit of a snap. Um, there's just I think I'm better at that, better than I used to be. I can loosen up a little bit, but
Yeah.
I used to have a tendency to kind of grip onto them too much, and I was maybe afraid that I was gonna drop them. So, you end up pulling your strains on your hand doing that. But yeah, I would get lessons to I would learn how to hold the sticks properly. I would say, and
Oh,
yeah, that's my bit of advice. I'd say.
so even after all these years that you've been playing drums, that you still believe that you're not holding it properly, that you're not
Yeah,
holding
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
I'm better at holding them, but yeah, I think I should probably get some lessons. It's never too late.
wow, that's very
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Michael, for doing Ask the Drummer. I really enjoyed that. And this Aiden said, well, Aiden is our tech support. He said interesting conversation. So
Okay, thanks, Anna. No, thanks for having me.
thank you so much, and
And I'll see you
enjoy the
around.
rest of the weekend. I know it's only a few hours, and then it's time to go to sleep. So, and
All right.
I'll see you in April. And
Okay,
I'm
Anna.
really looking forward to watching Warren James. So,
Okay.
all right, thank you
Good
so
to see
much.
you. Thank
See
you.
ya. Bye,
Take care of
Michael.
yourself.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us live. That was so interesting. I didn't know that about holding the drumsticks. But I suppose, yeah, you've got to make sure that you hold it properly. So you can, especially if you're doing like an hour and a half of a set, like doing a gig, you've got to make sure that you don't cramp or you don't have cramps or, like what do you call it? Like wrist, like your wrists are okay. I remember, so like, I always say that, but I remember Stephen Morris saying that he's advised to wear proper shoes for you've got to have really good shoes for drumming. Yeah, but anyways, thank you so much to Michael McGaughrin for for guesting on Ask the Drum. I really, really enjoyed our conversation. And for those of you who still haven't heard it, he now plays drums in a band called Warren James, and that's James Kirk, the legend, from Orange Juice, and Warren McIntyre of Starry Skies, and also Hal Crafer is the bass player. They're playing in London on the 15th of February. That's a matinee gig, actually. So, it's for those who want to go to London just for a day. You can easily go back home after the gig. And then that's in February. And then they're doing another one in March in Edinburgh. And I can't go to that one, but I'm going to the one in April. Autocamper, supporting them. Autocamper are brilliant. So that's at the I think it's at the Glad Cafe or Mono or some, well, in Glasgow anyway. So do check out their page. I think it's called Warren James or James Warren, to find out all the details about their tour, mini tour, and hopefully there'll be more gigs coming soon or this year, and a new album as well. That sounds really amazing. So yeah, that's it for now for us, drummer. Like I said earlier, I was in Glasgow last night for the, oh my god, Friends Again gig. Just really, really love it. And everybody was there. They're playing again in the summer. Kelvin Grove Bandstand, I think it is. They're playing with the Bluebells. I didn't get a ticket for that, but hopefully I will be able to get one nearer the time. Fingers crossed, because I do want to see them again. Because they're exciting for those who got the ticket. You got you. This is just so amazing. Uh, I'm just so happy right now. And it's supposed to be about all about drummers, but you know, I'm gonna say Stuart Kidd, who plays drums in Friends Again. He's amazing as well. He's been on Master Drummer. He's such a lovely, lovely drummer. Incredible. And he's also in Soup Dragon. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. It's nearly 9 o'clock here in the UK. Oh no, it's 2 minutes past 9 in the UK. So it's really late. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. There's only like 3 hours to go. I think some people are already asleep by that time, but you know, it's Monday tomorrow, brand new week. Next week, I'll be back. I'm still waiting for the confirmation from our guests, not just one, but two guests next week. Hopefully, they'll get back to me soon. And keep an eye out for the Ask the Drummer guest announcement post on the Ask the Drummer Facebook page for more information. But for now, that's it for me. Love music, love life, love, love, love drummers. Thank you so much, Michael McGaughrin. And if you missed the show, the live show, it will be on YouTube in a few hours or tomorrow morning. So you can watch, whatever you want. So bye for now. Bye.